Islam Wars. I need to start looking at the camera, and I have issues looking at my face as opposed to looking at the camera. So bear with me. I'm going to attempt to just look at the camera and not at my face, but that's a little difficult to do. So bear with me. I am reading the document with the lawful affidavit and commands of the Moorish National Republic Federal Government and the Supreme Judiciary of the Moorish National Republic Federal Government, which includes myself, Light Tajiri Bey, amongst numerous other Moorish American nationals, which I will tag in this video shortly to give you more information and insight as to all those judiciary members. So this document is document number under the Moorish National Republic Federal Government and the Moorish American Consulate. It is the MACN-R followed by 60360. So that is MACN-R 000000360 with credit instrument number 2019-0802-0729, dated for yesterday, August the 2nd, 2019, 3:33 p.m. at the Pierce County Recorder's Office in Washington Republic. So this is in regards to the credit instrument and the allodial affidavit. So I'm going to read this out for public notifications to the nation, which is the Moorish nation, which is Northwest Amexem, North America, the North Gate. I'm sitting here filming because I can't really see the screen. I'm supposed to be looking at this camera, and it's really difficult to look at the camera and not my face. It's weird. I don't know why. Islam. So, just to recap, this is what the document is that I'm going over. Islam, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. And know that this was activated and agreed and voted on the 1st of August, which was Thursday. I believe it was Thursday. The 1st of August was Thursday because today is Saturday and it's the 3rd. Oh, and it is Light's born day. So Islam, Light Tajiri Bey, Vizier Light Tajiri Bey, and happy born day today. So everybody wish Light a happy born day today. Islam. So this affidavit that I will be reading is the Universal for Public Proclamation Notification, is the Universal Affidavit of Fact, Mining Claim, Writ of Trust, Performance, and Expression, Rare Earth Minerals, Natural Noble Metals Credit Instrument, non-negotiable, non-transferable, credited by the sovereign people of who are the de jure Moorish National Republic Federal Government and the Moorish American Consular Court. We are the Aboriginal Indigenous Sovereign. We are the original indigenous sovereign nation, natural, divine, Moorish American nationals who are the de jure Moorish National Republic Federal Government and the Moorish American Consulate. We are in proprio persona, sui juris, in proprio solo, and in proprio haberes at all times. We are decadent spiritum, returned, alive, and the descendants of the great pharaohs of Kemet and of the ancient Moabites and Canaanites. We are the ministers, creditors, executors, claimants, trustees, beneficiaries, and heirs of our vast estate. We are our mother, our father, and descendants of the great pharaohs of Kemet and of the ancient Moabites and Canaanites. We hereby express our ancient sovereign universal trust as we are in the jurisdiction of our ancestral inherited estate at this time and at all points in time. We are declared and proclaimed peace on our land at all times. We are exercising all of our sovereign rights at this time and at all points in time. We are peace at all times and at all points in time. Nothing in this lawful document, nor any other documents, nor verbal declarations and proclamations shall be construed as consent to any jurisdiction than the jurisdiction of our ancestral inherited estate. This credit instrument is unlimited in ancestral credit, current and future living noble, natural, sovereign, divine, rare earth, mineral value. The unlimited value of this credit instrument is based on the value of the rare earth elements, chemicals, minerals, supreme spiritum, consciousness, cells, rare, oh goodness, I can't say this word, deoxyribonucleic acid composition of the creators that is found only in the Moorish American nationals and can only be created by the Moorish American nationals. The expressed value is available as credit to the creators and their noble, natural, sovereign, divine, rare earth, mineral, Moorish American heirs as command. This credit instrument hereby redeems the infinite value of our ancestral, noble, natural, sovereign, divine, rare earth minerals. The creators of this unlimited, living, noble, natural, sovereign, divine, rare earth mineral credit instrument are the creditors of all of the indigenous nations of the earth. We are the value, the universal law, and the de jure living, breathing, noble, natural, sovereigns, divine, rare earth minerals, Moorish National Republic federal government. The creditors of this credit instrument are the descending spiritums returned alive in all ancestral, living, breathing, noble, national, sovereign, rare earth minerals who came before us as infinite value that has not yet been expressed nor redeemed. Therefore, we hereby express and redeem said infinite, living, breathing, noble, natural, sovereign, rare earth mineral, ancestral value, which shall be expressed in unlimited prepaid universal commercial exchange values at all times. Nunc pro tunc. All signatures and autographs of the sovereign Moorish Americans given by consent of the said sovereigns that has been placed on the public record at all times is hereby redeemed. All sovereign Moorish nationals whose signature is hereby redeemed, past, present, and future, are the beneficiaries as stated above. This credit instrument cannot be transferred to anyone who is not a Moorish American national by bloodline and birthright, as given to them by their Moorish American mother and Moorish American grandmother as described herein. We are the only living and breathing conscious intelligent, all-knowing, natural, infinite, rare earth minerals in the universe. Living, breathing, noble, natural, sovereigns, rare earth minerals are not stored, imprisoned, brought, sold, touched without consent, or violated, but have always been and will always be the supreme sovereigns of the earth who are unalienable and inalienable. The value of the living, breathing, noble, natural, sovereign, rare earth mineral is measured as infinite, therefore their universal commercial exchange occurs. The value of the exchange is commanded by the Moorish American living, breathing, noble, natural, sovereign, rare earth mineral, and said commands shall be honored at all times, shall be honored by all as commanded. Rare is an adjective. Latin, rarest, few and rare, early, scarce, unusual, uncommon, not frequently found. Earth. Still wait. It's a train going by. Can you hear me now? I don't know if you can hear me. I'll wait till the train goes completely by. I can't see the screen. It's so bright out here, y'all. I can't even see the screen. It's long. It's almost done. wait for the train to go by. I don't know if you can hear me now, but I stopped at Rare. I stopped at Rare in the affidavit that I'm reading and the lawful commands that I'm reading from the Moorish National Republic Federal Government and Judiciary is under record number MACN-R 000000360. That is MAC number MACN-R followed by 000000360. The book number, because it was recorded in the Recorder of Deeds at the Pierce County, Washington Republic office under number, document number, credit instrument document number. That's credit instrument document number 2019-0802-079. It was done on the 2nd of August 2019 at 3:33 p.m. at the Pierce County, Washington Republic County Recorder's Office. Okay, all of a sudden it's a very, very long train. It's long. Wow. And it's going and going and going. It is going and going and going. So Earth, now the sovereign human body, the substance of the sovereign human body, the land as distinguished from the air and the earth, in the water. That is what the definition of earth is. Mineral, a noun. Any naturally occurring substance that is neither a vegetable nor an animal. Metal, noun. Latin, metallum, a mineral or material, substance, metal, hence spirit. Any of a class of chemical elements as iron, gold, aluminum, etc., especially and generally characterized by conductivity of heat and electricity, ductility, malleability, and luster. Imprinting, a type of metal, composed type. A noble is an adjective. Latin is nobilius, high born, from non-secure, to know, of high title and birth, of ancient lineage, not corroding or deteriorating rapidly, precious, pure set of metals, especially gold, silver, etc., established from a base. A noble in the noun sense is one who has hereditary title, a leader hired to break a strike. I'm going to read noble again. It's getting louder again. Noble is a noun, one who has hereditary title by blood and birthright, a leader hired to break a strike. Substance, a noun. Latin substare, to be present, to exist. Latin substantia, essence. We read a book last week about nomen substantivum. Nomen substantivum. That is the longest train I have ever seen, y'all. Once it passes, I'll finish. It's long. Islam, it's done. It's done. Islam. So this universal affidavit of fact and writ of performance is an infinite living noble natural sovereign supreme law and is lawful tender. I repeat, is lawful tender. Is lawful tender for all sovereign payments and universal commercial exchange. I'm going to read that 3 times so you get the point. This universal affidavit of fact and writ of performance is a infinite living noble natural sovereign supreme law and is lawful tender for all sovereign payments and universal commercial exchanges. I'm going to do that one more time. This universal affidavit of fact and writ of performance is a infinite living noble natural sovereign supreme law and is lawful tender for all sovereign payments and universal commercial exchanges. The value of all our estate is stored within this lawful credit. The value of our estate is stored within this lawful credit instrument. The value of our estate is stored within this lawful credit instrument, as well as any other lawful original living indigenous sovereign affidavits that are naturally created by this government, among others, as originated by the Moorish American creditors who are the beneficiaries of said estate. Therefore, the number and name of this document shall be invoked as a medium of exchange and is lawful currency in rare minerals, earth minerals, and all precious metals or of our lands for all payments and universal commercial exchanges of goods and services. I'm going to read that again, because all of a sudden all these loud sounds are coming, and all these loud sounds are sounding. All these loud sounds are all of a sudden coming. The value of our estate is stored within this lawful credit instrument, as well as any and all other lawful original living indigenous sovereign affidavits that are naturally created by this government, among others, as originated by the Moorish American creditors who are the beneficiaries of the said estate. Therefore, the number and name of this document shall be invoked as a medium of exchange in a lawful currency in rare earth minerals and all precious metals on our land for all payments and universal commercial exchanges of goods and services. I'm going to read that one more time. The value of our estate is stored within this lawful credit instrument, as well as any other lawful original living indigenous sovereign affidavits that are naturally created by this government, among others, as originated by the Moorish American creditors who are the beneficiaries of said estate. Therefore, the number and name of this document shall be invoked as a medium of exchange in all lawful currency in rare earth minerals and all precious metals of our land for all payments and universal commercial exchange for goods and services. The total amount of credit available to is equal to the tangible resources of wealth in the universal commercial body, which are infinite. We, the creditors of all, shall create rare earth minerals into perpetuity by way of our divine stargates, which are limitless. No United States Service Corporation company or citizen or corporations nor corporations has personam jurisdiction nor territorial jurisdiction over the original indigenous sovereign divine natural Moorish American nationals, nor our land, natural resources, nor universal commercial exchanges. We do not stand under the United Nations corporations, as we are sovereign and alive. The sovereign beings who are the de jure Moorish National Republic Federal Government hereby declare, proclaim, invoke, and express the national, original, indigenous, and sovereign living trust with our full faith and credit vested in us as the sovereign beings who are the de jure corporeal, amino, and spiritum Moorish National Republic Federal Government, the universally invoked de jure temple of the moon and the sun, and the Moorish divine and national movement of the earth world. We present our true living beings as levy, protection, and hereby repossess all property at America, all of which is in the jurisdiction of our ancestral inherited estate, to include but not limited to all natural food, all water, all natural gas, all natural resources, to include naturally occurring thorium, uranium, plutonium, and all other minerals, metals, gases, substances, waterways, and air space. This Aboriginal Indigenous Sovereign National lawful document is signed with wet ink signatures that are hereby redeemed and are already of the public record of the original indigenous sovereign Moorish American people, their many tribes, nations, and governments, and by the 12 original sovereign indigenous natural divine vizier judges who are the supreme judiciary of the Moorish American Consular Court, the Moorish American Consulate, the Moorish National Republic Federal Government, and the Moorish Divine and National Movement of the World. National Grand Sheikh Consular General Taj Tariq Blay, Co-Consular General Shalaya Moore, Minister Vizier Judge Lai Tajiri Bey, Minister Vizier Judge Sharon Tracy Gale Bey, Minister Vizier Judge Amara Amour Bey, Minister Vizier Judge Abbasi Talib Bey, Minister Vizier Judge Nazur Bey, Minister Vizier Judge Nora Hamad Bey, Minister Vizier Judge Tariq Bey, Minister Vizier Judge Darius Hatfield L, Minister Vizier Judge Jiramor Aqua L, and Minister Vahir Judge Amir Hassan L. We are exercising the right. Send a copy of this document, the Universal Postal Union, and all of the indigenous nations of the earth. We further exercise the right to notify any United States corporations and copy. This lawful document has been placed on the public record for the record, and let the record show this evidence of lawful command. Again, that was MAC number MACN-R 000000360, credit instrument number 201908020729, recorded at the Recorder of Deeds at Pierce County, Washington Republic on the 2nd of August 2019, at 3:38 p.m. And that was just one document. I got another document to read as well. And I hope you are hearing what I'm saying, because this is, in effect, enacting the gold standard, the mineral standard, the mining standard, and has debunked and unlawfully voided and made outlaw use of any Federal Reserve notes and any other instruments that are not under the authority of the Moorish National Republic federal government. The sovereign, universal affidavit of fact, sovereign, universal, original indigenous currency controller, activated on the 1st of August 2019. Nunc pro tunc, created by the sovereign people who are the ancient de jure Moorish National Republic federal government and the Moorish American Consulate and Consular Court. We are the original indigenous, sovereign, natural, divine Moorish national American nationals who are the Moorish National Republic federal government and the Moorish American Consulate. We are in proprio persona sui juris, in proprio solo, and in proprio heredis at all times. We are descendant spiritum returned alive, and the descendants of the great pharaohs of Kemet and of the Moabites and the Canaanites. We are the ministers, creditors, creators, executors, claimants, trustees, beneficiaries, and heirs of our own vast estate. We are our father, our mother, our descendants of the great pharaohs of Kemet and of the ancient Moabites and the Canaanites. We are in the jurisdiction of our ancestral inherited estate at this time and at all points in time, and we have proclaimed peace on our lands at all times. Nothing in this lawful document, nor any other documents, nor verbal declarations or proclamations shall be construed as consent to any other jurisdiction than the jurisdiction of our ancestral inherited estate. We hereby activate, state, declare, proclaim, implement, and institute the sovereign, universal, supreme law of the land by which the original indigenous, sovereign, national, Moorish national gold, Moorish American gold standard is now lawfully activated, stated, performed, and instituted by America, Northwest Amexem, the North Gate, Northwest Africa, ancient Morocco, Asia. This process is only subject to lawful changes and modifications by the people who are the de jure Moorish National Republic federal government, pending judiciary due process as pursuant to the bylaws of the National Trust of the Moorish National Republic federal government as originated with the current original indigenous sovereign supreme judiciary. The amount of credit available is equal to the amount of tangible earth resources and stored value affidavit issued by the de jure original indigenous sovereign Moorish National Republic federal government is unlimited. I can't see the screen, y'all, so if y'all saying stuff, I can't see the screen. All processes at every post office where gold, silver, metal, and mineral-backed exchanges are performed shall be overseen and performed by declared, proclaimed, and recorded Moorish American nationals who are the de jure original indigenous sovereign Moorish National Republic federal government and no others. The national status and nationality of the holder of all instruments shall determine the status and value of that instrument. The national status and nationality of the holder of all instruments shall determine the status and value of that instrument. I'm going to read that a third time. The national status and nationality of the holder of all said instruments shall determine the status and value of that instrument. All Moorish Americans have money on account. Let me rephrase that. All Moorish Americans have money of account on record at the discretion of this government. All post offices in territories on Moorish American sovereign land are now under the Moorish American gold standard and shall fly the universal flag of the original indigenous sovereign Moorish American people, which has a red field with a green 5-pointed star in the center at all times in plain view publicly, and no other flags are authorized. The following corporations and corporation entities, their agents, principals, heirs, assigns are commanded to cease operations and are forbidden to trespass on our sovereign original indigenous land. Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, Stephen A. Libarger, who is the Deputy Comptroller, Beverly Evan, Director for Licensing Activities, Central District 1 Financial Place, Northeastern District. All of the supporting documentation and contact information is included in this document, so read it for yourself and for clarity. Southern District, Western District, these are all at the District of Columbia, and Stephen Mnuchin, Secretary of the Treasury. What we have done to prepare for this current activation of the Moorish American gold standard on our land. And there's a list of 14 things that we've done in harmony with putting and activating the gold standard here at Northwest Amexem, North America. One was declare and proclaim with one voice our universal sovereignty over our vast estate in the ancient Moorish American Al-Moroccan Empire. 2, activated the Moorish American Consulate as commissioned by the de jure Moorish National Republic Federal Government. The recorded date of said commissioning was May 18, 2018. Notified all doing business as de facto governors, President of the United States, Attorney Generals, U.S. Secretary of States, all administrative clerks, clerks of courts, attorneys, archdioceses, and those doing business under any foreign British titles of our existence. Re-energize the ancient, current, continuous, de jure, original, indigenous, sovereign, divine, natural, Moorish National Republic Federal Government. The said governance of the people, by the people, and for the people continues to stand. The signatures of the original indigenous sovereign people have been placed on the public record by the people and will continue to be placed on the public record into perpetuity. Activated the ancient, original, indigenous, sovereign, supreme judiciary of the de jure Moorish American Consulate and the de jure Moorish National Republic Federal Government. Activated the national trust of the people who are the ancient, de jure, original, indigenous, sovereign, natural, divine, Moorish National Republic Federal Government. Said trust has been placed on the public record at numerous locations all over our land, to include Almanac County, North Carolina Territory under King County, Washington, at Empire of the Moors land. The de jure Moorish National Republic Federal Government, by way of the Moorish American Consulate, issues national identification cards, subject status card documents, conveyance tags, gold-backed credit instruments. Forgave all presumed past debts universally. All corporate debt include all dead pledges, mortgages, all loans, student loans, autos, payday loans, and otherwise. All presumed bonds and or bail, all property tax, and all commercial debts created by the fiat Federal Reserve System. All property at North America is under the authority and the control of the people who are the de jure Moorish National Republic Federal Government and in the jurisdiction of our ancestral inherited estate, as all property is now backed by gold, precious metals, and rare earth minerals. Number 9, Universal Affidavit of Fact, Universal Original Indigenous Sovereign Currency Controller, which I'm reading at this moment. Number 10, set the price of gold at 50,000 dolorium per troy ounce. Set the price of gold at $50 dolorium per troy ounce. Set the price of gold at 50,000 dolorium per troy ounce. The price of the living rare earth minerals that are the original indigenous sovereign Moorish American people is incalculable, cannot be measured, and far above all else is the universe. See rare earth minerals documents, which is part and parcel at our this lawful document. Revive the acts of the Universal Postal Union and the 209 indigenous nations of the earth by written affidavit, USDS, registered mail, RE 375-454-621 US, dated June 1st, 2019, affirmed receipt at Universal Postal Union, Berlin, Switzerland, June 7, 2019 at 7:31. Anti-Meridian. Said affidavit is also affirmed received at the United Nations Corporation at Vienna, Australia for their notification that we are no longer, or that we are not under their authority, but we are sovereign and they are subject to us by way of USPS registered mail RE 375-454-635 US dated June 1st, 2019. Affirmed receipt date June 11, 2019 at 10:07 ante-meridium. 12. Repossessed all abandoned property on our land and placed it on the public record. Number 13. Placed a tribute, credit, money of accounts in gold and silver in the Universal Trust for each sovereign indigenous nation of the earth. The amount is to be determined upon meeting with each of the said nations and in congruence with the needs of the sovereign indigenous people, governments, and nations. Placed a $100 million tribute, credit, money on account in gold and silver in the National Trust for each and every Moorish American national at North America. I'm going to read that again. Placed a $100 million tribute, credit, money of accounts in gold and silver in the National Trust for each Moorish American national at North America. I'm going to read that one more time. Placed $100 million tribute, credit, money of account in gold and silver in the National Trust for each Moorish American national at North America. Said tribute has been placed in the trust of the Moorish American nationals and is tribute to the Moorish American people at the discretion of the Moorish National Republic federal government and in alignment with proven command of sovereign universal commercial laws and principles. Said credit instrument has been placed on the public record, the public land records at Pierce County, Washington Territory at 5:07 2019, 3:26:02 p.m. Recording number 201-905-07-0653, page 25, 26, 27 of 66 pages. Notification of said tribute, credit, money of account is affirmed receipt by U.S. Treasury Jovita Carranza by way of USPS registered mail RE 375-453-7080 US on April 26, 2019 at 11 ante-meridium. What the sovereign indigenous nations can do to assist the Moorish American gold standard activation. This is what the sovereign indigenous nations can do to assist the Moorish American gold standard activation. 1. Notify all indigenous nations and states of implementation of this process as pursuant to this document. 2. Maintain their sovereign national gold and silver-backed currency if they have them. For those who do not have them, said indigenous sovereign nations have equal, universal sovereign commercial rights whereby they can receive gold and or gold-backed universal affidavits of credit directly from this de jure Moorish National Republic federal government, regardless of any past fiat obligations, as all fiat obligations and all related fiat debts are forgiven. The said sovereign rights are considered currency. The said sovereign rights are considered currency as pursuant to this lawful document. All United States Service Corporation company contracts were canceled and abolished by this de jure sovereign government by lawful published affidavit in Universal Commercial 1 lien on August the 3rd, 2018. Original affidavit of said lien has been provided to the Universal Postal Union by way of USPS registered mail RE 375-454-621 US dated June 1st, 2019. Affirmed receipt at Universal Postal Union, Berlin, Switzerland on the 7th of June 2019 at 7:31 ante-meridium. Universal affidavit of credit from this government are universally exchangeable for gold and or silver-backed currency on demand with 30 days notification notice. Provide all suggestions, processes, and opportunities for expansion in writing to this government for review and potential implementation. 4. Restore and display all sovereign indigenous historical artifacts, stories, and monuments of coinage and commerce so that the generations and descendants can continue to grow in the awareness of their history of sovereign exchange systems. Number 5, inform all citizens of their immediate duty and responsibility to repatriate their allegiance to their sovereign indigenous Moorish American government with 30 pieces of troy ounce of silver or 21 pieces of troy ounce of gold in order to receive national subject status and identification documents that will allow them to remain on land lawfully and in alignment with the supreme laws of the land. They must sign an affirmation of allegiance and remain in their lawful subject status by honoring the sovereign authority of the Moors at all times. Said reparation process shall take place at the de jure Moorish American consulate. Said repatriation process shall take place at the de jure Moorish American consulates, the allodial post offices, or electronically with prearranged approvals as sanctioned by the Supreme Judiciary of the Moorish National Republic Federal Government. I'm going to read 5 again. I'm going to read 5 again. The 5th duty, the 5th requirement, the 5th command of the sovereign nations of the earth is, I quote, to inform all citizens of their immediate duty and responsibility to repatriate their allegiance to this sovereign indigenous Moorish American government with 30 pieces of troy ounce of silver or 21 pieces of troy ounces of gold in order to receive national subject status and identification documents that will allow them to remain on the land lawfully and in alignment with the supreme laws of the land. They must sign an affirmation of allegiance and remain in their lawful subject status by honoring the sovereign authority of the Moors at all times. Said repatriation process shall take place at the de jure Moorish American consulates, the allodial post offices, or electronically with prearranged approval as sanctioned by the Supreme Judiciary of the Moorish National Republic Federal Government. No United States corporation, company, nor any citizen, nor corporations have personam jurisdiction or territorial jurisdiction over the original indigenous sovereign divine natural Moorish American nationals, nor our land, natural resources, nor universal commercial exchanges. We do not stand under the United Nations corporations, as we are the sovereigns and we are alive. The beings who are the de jure Moorish National Republic Federal Government hereby declare, proclaim, invoke, and express the national, original, indigenous, sovereign, living trust with our full faith and credit vested in us as the sovereign beings who are the de jure corporeal Aminio Spiritum Moorish National Republic Federal Government. The universally invoke de jure Temple of the Moon and Sun and the divine Moorish divine and national movement of the earth world. We present our true living beings as levy protection and hereby claim all property at North America, all of which is in the jurisdiction of our ancestral inherited estate, to include but not limited to all natural food, all water, all natural gases, all natural resources, to include naturally occurring thorium, uranium, plutonium, and all other minerals, metals, gases, substances, waterways, and air spaces. National identification must be present at all times on command of the Moorish national government. All United States corporation, company, commercial operations are ceased and abolished in perpetuity. All further universal commercial operations shall be by granted permission from the national, aboriginal, indigenous, sovereign, Moorish American government as all operations on our land are under and in the jurisdiction of our ancestral inherited estate. National government operations shall begin immediately without interference nor encumbrance by any corporations. All companies granted permission to do commerce on our lands will continue through their de jure Moorish National Republic Federal Government for said permission. We will provide your subject status charters, constitutions, trusts, identifications, and all other necessary documents. Only gold and silver are to be used in payments or exchanges of gold and silver. Goods and services, my correction. To obtain the said required universal document, you must first request by registered mail and receive the affidavit of fact and writ of discovery from this government. Once you have received the said affidavit and responded to them properly, you will receive an affirmative of jurisdiction statement for your signature and that of your agents and principals. Upon return of the said documents, this government will provide for you a notice of judgment based on your submissions and responses in the fiduciary, judicial, and commercial discretion of this government. All requests are to be sent to the Moorish National Republic Federal Government, care of 911 Southwest 314 Place, near Federal Way, Washington, Republic in brackets, Empire of the Moons, New Jerusalem. The allodial cost for receiving and reviewing your request for universal permission to do commerce at America and on all sovereign lands is 13 troy ounces of gold or 21 troy ounces of silver due with the said request. Upon our written affidavit of approval, lawful universal commerce shall take place on our land with the Universal American Constitution as the primary charter for all commercial activities. Modifications to all such activity is at the discretion and command of the people who are the Moorish American government supreme judiciary. We are exercising the right to send a copy of this document, the Universal Postal Union, and all of the indigenous nations of the earth. We further exercise the right to notify any United States corporations and companies of this lawful document that has been placed on the public record for the record, and let the record show this evidence of lawful command. This Aboriginal and Indigenous Sovereign National Lawful Document is signed with wet ink signatures that are hereby redeemed and are already on the public record of the original Indigenous Sovereign Moorish American people, their many tribes, nations, and governments, and by the 12 original sovereign indigenous national divine vizier judges who are the supreme judiciary of the Moorish American Consular Court, the Moorish American Consulate, and the Moorish National Republic Federal Government, and the Moorish Divine and National Movement of the world. National Grand Sheikh Consular General Taj Tariq Bey, Co-Consular General Shalaya Moore Bey, Minister Vizier Judge Light Tajiri Bey, Minister Vizier Judge Sharon Tracy Gell Bey, Minister Vizier Judge Amara Amour Bey, Minister Vizier Judge Abbasi Talib Bey, Minister Vizier Judge Nazor Bey, Minister Vizier Judge Noor Hamad Bey, Minister Vizier Judge Tariq Bey, Minister Vizier Judge Darius Hatfield El, Minister Vizier Judge Jiramor Aqua El, and Minister Vizier Judge Amir Hassan El. Pax et Timor. That ends the Declaration Proclamation. 4. The reactivation of the gold standard here at Northwest Amexem, North America, the North Gate, of the Universal Affidavit of Fact, Mining Claim, Writ of Trust, Performance, Expression of Rare Earth Minerals, and Natural Noble Metal Credit Instrument, which is recorded, as well as the Sovereign Universal Affidavit of Fact, Sovereign Universal Original Indigenous Comptroller Currency, activated August the 1st, 2019, under document number, credit instrument number 2019-0802-0729, recorded August the 2nd, 2019 at 3:33 p.m. at Pierce County, Washington Republic Recorder of Deeds Office, and can be located, downloaded, and studied under Moorish American Consulate record number MACN-R followed by 60360. Again, that number is MACN-R followed by 60360. And that ends this Declaration, Proclamation, Command, and Public Notification by Vizier Sharon Tracy Gell Bey of the Moorish American Consulate, Moorish National Republic Federal Government, and the Moorish Nationals of Northwest Amexem. Pax et Timor. Peace and love. It never lets me stop.